Hey, teens can retire with 4 million. That's right, 4 million. I'm going to give you 5 lessons today on the power of compounding interest. This is going viral all over TikTok. There's a real estate agent on TikTok telling teens how you can do it, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. First, my name's Monica, and I'd like to just say hi to you. I tell you, by trade, I am a mental health nurse practitioner, but at heart, I am a money manager. And I started this channel. I'm releasing about 3 videos a week, but I started it to help younger versions of myself hopefully not make some of the main mistakes that I did or other mistakes. We're going to be learning actually together because there's no time like the present to learn new things, and I love it myself. I also wrote a book called Girls Just Want to Have Funds, 4 steps, and I think they're easy ones to financial freedom. Click on the link below. It's available on Amazon. And I think that will help you, if you read that book, that will help you get set to be ready to go on a real big financial journey. But let's first start with this. How can I get 4 million in retirement? I'm going to start first of all with Albert Einstein. He called compounding interest the 8th wonder of the world. You know, compounding interest, which means your money builds and builds and builds over time, is also exactly how Warren Buffett really made his money. I mean, he's in his 90s, so he made more and more money because he was invested, and this stuff after a while started doubling. They say if you can get 100,000 in your retirement account as early as possible, then you are going to be set. That doesn't mean to stop saving, but it means you're going to be set later. So let's talk about this 8th wonder, because even mathematicians don't really get compounding interest. And you might not have understood my explanation, although I think I kind of simplify things, I hope. But they didn't get it, and they're just like, just do it. You don't have to get it. It's very complicated, but basically your money is gaining interest and it's left all in the pot, including the interest. And then that gains interest and that gains interest, and it compounds over time. And over time it can do magical things, which I love, happened to me, and you will love also. So let's get started, and get started as early as you can. You might be sitting there thinking, I'm 40 or I'm 60. When was the best time to start? Yesterday. When's the next best time? Today. So no matter where you're at in age, it's not too late to start. Just get started. Just get a plan. Pick a plan, any plan, and start doing it. So there's a $4 million teen blueprint going out there, and I'm sure they all like it, but will they do what this real estate agent tells them to do? That's the question. Things go viral and we like it, and we look at it and we're like, yeah, I want it. But do we do it? He tells people to start part-time work at age 16. And I know I did. Live at home until at least age 21. Hello, now we're living at, some people are living at home till 30 or after. Save aggressively. He's saying try to get to 75K. I'm saying try to get to your first 100,000. I don't think you're going to do it by 21, but you might be able to. And investing for decades, this 75 or 100,000, leaving alone, it's not for a house, it's not for a car, but investing it for decades yields up to 4 million by retirement. Trust me, if you end up even getting close, you're probably going to be retiring early, or just have what they call FU money, where you can retire, but you can also choose to stay in your job if things are working out. And FU money is really nice because it gives you leeway. You may say, I love my job. I want to work here until I'm 70. Great. But something could happen, and we know that it did even in the VA system, which was a good gig, where a different boss comes in and takes over, and you may not get along with them, or they may change, they may downsize, and may get rid of the people that have been there the longest that are the highest paid. So things change, and it's better to have your own insurance policy when that change comes. Math doesn't lie. There's something magic about the time and that compounding over and over. It grows exponentially. And the earlier you start, the steeper the curve. So, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but this is a simple example. You get 2 choices. either take a one-time $1 million payout, or you take 1 penny and that's going to be doubled every day for 30 days. And you're thinking, this is a trick, but I think I want the million. And it's actually true that the 1 penny doubled every day. So 1 penny is doubled to 2 cents, 2 cents is doubled to 4, and so on for 30 days equals more than $1 million. So you want to take the penny doubled every day. So even small savings, especially at a young age, can turn into life-changing figures decades later. So just do it. Don't think this is a measly amount. Those measly amounts, they grow. Here's a reality check for you. Those assumptions that he talks about, you might have 4 million at retirement, they are aggressive. And some financial experts say this TikTok scenario, it relies on very optimistic assumptions, like consistently high returns and zero interruptions, zero market downfalls. And we know that that's probably not realistic at all. If you watch the market, we know that it gradually climbs, but there are declines in the market. And you're bound to, in your lifetime, hit more than one decline. I will just say this as a side note. Don't sell when the market goes down. Don't look. Just keep going and keep plugging it in and plugging in your money and buying bargains while the market is down. Buying bargains. Really, market fluctuations and inflations, they can, in fact, impact outcomes, and they will. But the reason is, if it's 1 million versus 4 million versus 0, what's the difference? I mean, there's a big difference. So you want to save, and maybe it won't be 4 million, or maybe it will. But the problem is that you want to save, and you want to save as early as possible. So you can understand why they call compounding interest a wonder. Start now. Even $50 a month can help you. And I like, when you're younger, to use tax advantage accounts. Although many of us that are older, going into retirement, we try then to convert our tax advantaged IRAs to Roth. So if you want to at least hit the match with your company, if they match 3% or 5%, you want to go in there because you're doubling your money free. That's free money. And then you can, if you really want a Roth and you know some stuff about it, money that you can start saving above that, you can put in towards a Roth. I don't think you'll regret it later, but Roth, you don't get the tax savings on. And the other, you get tax savings on. It leaves your check and it doesn't get taxed. You never see the money, and it's wonderful what that does. So if you want to give yourself, your future self, $1 million high five, do it. Start now and let the eighth wonder do the heavy lifting. If you want to, in the comments below, what's one small saving habit that you can start today to start harnessing that compounding interest? Have a great day.